What's up YouTube? This is All Things Quick. It's a new day, some new things, and today what we're getting at is changing out some sensors. I got some oil and some coolant and a filter. Just gonna go ahead and pop the hood on this guy. So we got to get at changing a coolant level sensor. Do we have to change a oil level sensor? Once we change the oil level sensor, we also need to replace the oil because who knows how long this has been sitting in here. But not only that, the sensor itself is pretty large, so once you take that out, you're going to lose a ton of oil, and it's not even worth trying to get the new oil level sensor back in there when the oil's draining out that fast. So I have a temperature sensor that I may change, but probably not because I think this one's still good. But right inside here you can see right there's a temperature sensor. We got all three sensors right here. This is a coolant level sensor, this is a coolant temperature sensor, and this is a oil level sensor. I don't think we have to replace this one here. I have this just in case. We're gonna try to replace that real quick before I gotta go to work. And if we have time, which I'm not sure if we're going to, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna, but I'm gonna try to get at this. This door cylinder is broken. It just spins every time you put the key in it, and the key fob itself is dead, so these doors don't lock. So we need to figure that one out. And at the very end of everything, which we definitely won't have time for today, that window rail is broken. The wire has come loose and doesn't work in there anymore. So first things first, we have to take the oil cap off. We want it to flow freely out of the bottom of the engine when we take the drain plug out. All right, so got our jack stand again so we don't kill ourselves. Jack stands are good for people with families. We got our oil pan here, and we got a 17 mil that we're gonna use to get that drain plug out. Drain plug is located right there. That's a 17 mil. I'm gonna take that off and drain the oil. There we go. Now we got the engine oil draining, and it's not that bad. So this panel right here is not the actual subframe, but more or less a skid plate for your oil pan. So it has 8 16 mil bolts, and they're located in each one of those holes. So 2, 4, 6, 8, so 8 16 mils. We're going to take those off. It's actually bolted to the subframe itself, and we're going to take that cover off, and then that cover will expose the oil level sensor on the bottom of the oil pan. So I'm going to make some quick work of a time lapse of taking these things off. I was going to do like a time lapse of that, but forget that. I'm going to use an air ratchet because air ratchets are way more efficient to get all those out. Also, this is the oil level sensor. This thing right here is what has to be replaced after this subframe cover comes off. And then this is our coolant level sensor, and level sensor actually goes right in the bottom of the expansion tank right here. So that we just have to swap that out real quick and easy, but I'm gonna get this oil stuff done first and then get to that one. Those first two are out. I'm gonna get at this one. All right, so this cover's off now. And then we have access now to our oil level sensor. I got to take that out of the oil pan, disconnect it from the connector, and then pop the new one in and then plug it back in. That's it. All right, so that's 3 10 mil bolts right there. I'm gonna crack them free. Came off nice. Hopefully the other ones do too. Yep. Nice, that came out real good. So those are the bolts that are off of that thing. Then we also have to disconnect this sensor, which you can either do it beforehand or you can take the sensor out and then disconnect it, which it looks like that's the way it's going. So you see how big that hole is? That's why you drain the oil first, because just trying to replace this thing without draining it, there's no way. The oil is just gonna rush right out of that thing, and then it's game over. All right, so there we go. That's disconnected now. That's your oil level sensor, and this one's no good. So we have this one here. We'll put this one in. What we want to do, take a little bit of this oil here and rub it around the gasket there, just to make sure that it's getting a proper seal once it goes in. There we go. So that way it's gonna seal nice when it goes in. So it has to go out this way, so the connector itself will be facing outwards. I'm gonna put one nut on that just to hold it in place. So there's that, and hook it back in. So that's good, and then we'll button that back up. All right. so that's good now. So that's that oil level sensor replaced, plugged in, everything's good to go. Some stuff is just so impossible for me to film by myself. So if you ever want to come over here to my place and film for me for free, because I don't have money to pay you to do that in your spare time, then hit me up in the comments and let me know. Alright, I'm just gonna crank those all down by hand just to make sure they're tight, and then that's all good. Alright, so now that we got all that buttoned up and everything's good there, I'm gonna move to the coolant level sensor, which is right there. I'm just gonna take this thing out, swap it out with the new one, which is right there. So there's one clip right on the sensor, this guy right here, and then you just turn this thing and you put that one in, turn that to the left. Alright, so here's a funny story. So this sensor is the one that came out of it, and this sensor was the one that's going into it. Looks exactly the same, and it's the exact same part number, same stuff, but I had to modify this one. I shaved down this little section right there and the sides there because it just wouldn't slide in. It just, like, it would refuse to slide in. It was just too big. And so now, after trying it about probably 13, 14 times, finally slides in, and that's a really tight fit too, and I shaved a bunch of off, so like I don't really understand why. It's like it's the same part number, it's the same sensor, it should be the same fitment, but that one was just really large, so I'm not really sure what the problem was. And even the one, I took the one out of the O2 as well. Yeah, I don't understand that concept. It's the exact same part. So anyways, that's done after half an hour later. Just gonna lower the car now. So in our box of goodies, we'll have a filter and we'll have a little O-ring. Like I said, the other one that I had on there already was good, so that's fine. We'll just put that away and store that for another oil change if we need it. This slips right on there and would go straight back in. And this O-ring, this is the new one. Slide that one on, slide that into place. I just use the oil that's from here already and just kind of lube that up a bit. Or if there's some inside here, I'll use that. And then that slides right back in. And then we crank that down. There we go, that's good now. Now we just have to fill the actual oil up here. And this takes 6.9 liters. We're gonna put this whole 5-liter thing in here. And then we're also gonna put those 2 quarts in here because 6.9, pretty much the exact same as what we have here. If it's a tiny bit full, that's okay. So that's 1, that's 2. And that's 3, so that's all that we should need for that. I'm gonna start it up. Yeah, hopefully that is enough. Pretty sure that is enough. Throw this cap back on. We'll just come here and start this thing up. And the battery's dead. Flipping, of course. Now we just gotta check the level. You can see right here, if it will focus, that is on a perfect level. So I'm just gonna fill up just a tiny bit more. And that should be enough just there. So right there, that's where I like my oil to sit, is on that second silver line. That's where I want it to be. So that's it. So this oil change is done. I'm just gonna start this car and I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. Just gonna let this thing run for a little bit, let it cycle through with all its oil and stuff. So this has been running for about 5 minutes now, and I was just coming back to check that the coolant light wasn't coming back on. It's not, so that's good. Also that the oil level light's not coming back on too. So that oil level sensor is good and it's fixed, and that coolant level sensor is fixed. Sounds great. I don't have time to get to the door lock cylinder right now or anything else that I talked about in the beginning of the video because I ran out of time, but that's quite all right. We're gonna get back at this another day. So all that's left on this car is swap out the wheels because the treads are no good on these things. It's not that I want to keep these rims, but I don't want to pay for new tires. Those ones are great and those will pass safety, so I'm gonna swap those ones onto here, and they're 330 so that they'll actually match the brakes. Then we have the door lock airlock cylinder, and then we have the window slider rail in the back there, and we have a tail light that we have to swap out the housing for that. Other than that, it's just cleaning this thing up, getting it vacuumed out, getting the engine bay washed down, and getting new kidney grills as well. So I'm gonna order those kidney grills tonight, and we already swapped out this BMW logo here with another one and the one in the rear. So on the next one, I'll throw in the footage of how I did that. So if you like that video, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be doing the rest of this car to get it ready to sell, and then we're gonna be working on these two other cars here. Hit that like button. It helps me know that you guys are actually enjoying this content. Let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions or whatever you thought of this video, and I'll link a playlist right here right now, and this is everything leading up to these cars actually being here right now. Don't forget to join our Discord server. We have a Discord server, the link's in the description. Make sure you check that out. It's a great community of people. If you like that video, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.